So, what advice would I give a new dad? Man, there's a lot of things I could tell a new dad. Um, but if there's one thing, I'll start with this story. Just a few days ago, I sold a high chair to a new dad who's around the 5 month mark. And when he went to go pick up the high chair, he inspected it, and then I asked him, how's it going, right? And he said the sleep isn't that great. Baby's waking up a lot. Then he said something that really stuck with me. He said, they say it gets better at 6 weeks, right? Or sorry, 6 months. And I kind of just agreed with him, right? Just said, yeah, just it does get better. Um, but the truth of the matter is, I could have went into a lot more detail, but he looked like he was in a bit of a rush, and I just helped him load the car with the high chair and went about my day. And he was going to go play golf, and you could tell he just needed a bit of a break. And it was like looking at myself in a mirror, right? Because I was there at one point asking, when does it get better? And I think that's the advice I would give a new dad out of everything is that, because what I wanted to tell him at that point was that it doesn't get better, right? It gets harder. Once you get past the 6 month sleep regression, there's another sleep regression. They start growing teeth, and now they're up all night because of that, right? Or, one of my daughters is almost 3 and she's got nightmares, and she will start running into our room at the middle of the night and want us to sleep with her, right? So there's never a point where it gets better. If your definition of better is getting a full night's rest or not being tired or being able to rest easy, um, that day doesn't come. And so if you keep looking for, the advice I would give a dad is if you keep looking for better, it's never going to be there, right? And you're going to be disappointed over and over again because things just get harder, you know? They start walking and now they can hurt themselves, or start eating more, so now they can choke. And at one point in my life, I just, my wife told me something. She's like, I think I was so frustrated at the day. She's like, this is what it is. This is life with kids. And, you know, we can't do anything about it, right? And at that point, I stopped trying to look for better and just accepted the way things were. And things gradually got easier, right? I just accepted that the day was going to be hectic, that things were going to get messy. I wasn't going to get a full night's rest. I'd have to clean up in the kitchen after them. Like it was just, I'd have to be the one to, pick them up or drop them off for daycare. Like it just doesn't stop, right? And it won't ever stop. And I think I've accepted that. And I think once I started doing that, I was a lot happier, right? I just embraced it for what it was. I guess it's the way you look at things, right? I was just grateful that I had beautiful kids, and it was a blessing for me to just take care of them, right? Take care of them. And that's, yeah, it really changed how I looked at things, right? It really changed how I look at things. If you're a new dad out there, it's never going to get easier, right? It's going to get harder. That's what I wanted to tell the guy I sold my high chair to, but I just didn't know how to say it. I didn't want to. I didn't want to discourage him, right? I didn't want to ruin his day. But that's the truth of the matter is, he'll get better, right? He'll get more used to it. He'll become more patient. He'll become more at ease with it, and then he'll get better, and then it'll be easier. Not because the baby gets easier, but because he gets better at just managing everything, right, day to day. This new life, and yeah. I mean, we went on a cruise recently, and all of the some of the people that work on the cruise are from less fortunate countries, and so they have to work on the cruise away from their families, and they usually do 6 months on, 2 months off, and so 6 months of the year, the ones that have kids, they don't get to see their kids, and so they just work all day, every day, and they go back 2 months of the year to see their family, and then they repeat the process, and that's tough, right? I mean, if you look at my situation, and maybe your situation's the same, I get to see my kids every day. I get to see my baby every day. I couldn't imagine like not seeing them for 6 months, right? So no matter how hectic it gets, no matter how much you're challenged and no matter how much you want to give up, just be grateful you get to see your kid every day, right? Because that's not the same for everybody. And so, to sum it up, what advice would I give a new dad? Just accept the ride that you're on. Don't look for better. Don't think things are gonna change. Just be excited at how fast your baby's gonna grow and how difficult it's gonna be, and look forward to how you're gonna change as well, right? Don't get too comfortable, or don't want it to get too comfortable, because it's never gonna be that way. And once you accept that, I think you'll start enjoying it a lot more.